Welcome back to Discover Marshalltown. I'm still your host, Denny Grabenbauer, with Cindy Bodine and Tom Wall, and talking about this year's Oktoberfest coming up on September 23rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. 4 days of fun in the sun right here in Marshalltown. And talking about the parade, of course, the parade starts at 10 o'clock, and what time we start getting the entries in down there in the morning on that Saturday morning on the 25th?
Entries can start coming about 8:30, 8:45.
What time are you guys down there?
I'm usually around there around 7.
Because I know my wife gets up early in the morning, you guys get down there, and there's marking. It's very, very organized. I'm glad I don't have to be down there, because I know sometimes it gets very hectic down there trying to get how many, about 120 floats in there.
Yes, it does get very hectic. On Friday, I usually have the parade lineup all done so I can go and mark the streets on Friday morning. And so anyways, anybody that's in the parade can go by Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and find out where they're going to be. Everybody needs to come down Boone, hit me right in front of Miller, and they can either be lined up on Church, right out in front of Miller, or else we have it on Main Street, depending on if they have a semi or something.
It was just the phone call that Cindy received right before the break was somebody wanted to know how many bands were going to be in this year's parade. And of course, the bands make up a parade. It's so neat to be able to listen to them and to watch them. So officially now, what can you tell us? How many bands are you expecting for this year's Oktoberfest parade?
I am expecting 10 bands.
10 bands? Now, how do you know where to place them? Because you don't want one band on top of another band on top of another band. That's the hardest part.
Or by horses.
Oh,
or
boy.
by a fire truck. Or by a police car. No, on Sunday, usually
I didn't know there was that much of a problem with where you
There
place
is
stuff.
that much of a problem. On Sunday, the week before, I usually spend 8 hours setting the parade up. And I just put my little piles. If you have a car, if you're having horses, if you're having music, religious, because I don't want all the religious together too, or best theme or anything like that. I have to give time for the judges to be able to judge the floats that needed to be judged. So yeah, it's a long process.
Which brings us to another topic, the judges. What are they judging?
Oh, they're judging everything. There is
because there is some inter-competition.
Yes, there is 4. Best followed theme, then we have the best non-commercial, the best commercial, and best religious. And a lot of times the judges will put a number 5 in there and pick their pick out of the whole parade.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, things going on like that, Tom, also activity on the courthouse, food vendors, you know. You and I favorite. I mean, we love going down there with the turkey legs, and we loved eating the funnel cake, and we loved all that other. You know, the food vendors are really a mainstay of an event like this, along with the carnival. Yeah,
Denny, it's very much. We've tried different places to put the food vendors in years past, and it just seemed like it's always been nice. The courthouse, the superiors there have let us use the front lawn, and you know, pretty much a lot of your service clubs are down there, you know, helping out their clubs and things like that. It's all volunteers, you know, just like our board's all volunteer, everybody helping somebody, and that's. But there's always, you know, anything from mini donuts, you know, fresh mini donuts, like you said, the turkey legs, to funnel cakes, tenderloins, popcorn. You know, you name it, it's just like going to State Fair. I mean, it is good food, as well as, you know, we also on Saturdays and Sundays we have the you know, pancake breakfast. You know, that's something we started a few years ago, and Chris Cakes comes and serves that, and he's kind of entertaining in himself. But no, it's just a lot of you definitely will not go away hungry. That's for sure. Now,
did I read where Zach Wall is kind of the chair of this?
Zach Wall is the chair of the pancake breakfast. Yeah,
you know, and Zach exemplifies what a person that likes to eat pancakes. You know, and what a great guy to get doing this. And then again, you know, you talk about community pride. And Zach, a new business individual in our community, wanting to get involved, and what a way to get him involved by putting an apron around him and working with Chris Cakes.
Yeah, exactly. Like I say, this board is run by about 20-25 people, and as years go on, some people drop off. There are some people who've been on there a long time, as Cindy and myself have been around a while and stuff. It's a lot of fun. You know, we have a lot of fun. It's, you know, you get in that last week, it's crunch time, but as far as the you know, putting it together, it always comes together. It always works out, and it's a lot of fun.
You know, I think sometimes it's worse on us on behind the scenes, because we know what we expected. It didn't quite happen, but the people out in front, they just think it's wonderful, and that's what we like to, the perception we like to leave with them, that we got this thing under control, everything works fine, and they don't hear us on the radios and on the telephones and everything trying to make it work, but we're trying to make it the best we can make it for them. And,
right.
And I think that, Tom, too, all includes the community pride that everybody shows.
Yeah, yeah. And what's nice too, the last few years we've had a free band on Saturday nights, you know, down at the Coliseum. Years ago, you know, we used to charge a cover charge, things like that, to get in. And last few years, you know, we've made it no charge, and it's been just a great turnout. This year's band is going to be Standing Hampton. The first, they actually have a band pre-band. I believe it's JJ Ace is going to be the pre-band.
And it's free.
And it's free. And we're also going to get, you know, free music and enjoy. And as you said, a lot of reunions. A lot of times we'll come down there. It's a great place to catch up with friends and have a good time.
You know, one thing I think we don't want people to forget, that once the parade is over, Oktoberfest is not concluded. There's a lot of things. Tom, I know you got the schedule there in front of you. Give us a little rundown on what Saturday after the parade's gonna take on, because there is a lot going on in downtown Marshalltown.
Well, as usual, there's always the carnival. It comes every year, and I like to say that they're, you know, one of the best carnivals out there. I've been to a lot of little towns, things like that, and they do a great job of putting together a nice show. They've also got creative arts going on, free children's activities, a lot of children's activities downtown. The band competition, and you brought up the bands. I mean, bands are a huge part of Oktoberfest. A lot of people may not know this, but years ago we talked about maybe moving Oktoberfest to a different time of year. And one thing that stuck was the fact that you can't get bands together. And where do you find a parade that has a band?
That's right.
And when you see those different schools come through, it really enhances it. But after the parade, they go down to the Leonard Cole Field, and they have a band competition. And they have judges and things, and judge who, you know, the better band is and things like that, and the kids have a great time. There's also the tumblers are downtown. There's a taekwondo exhibit down there on the courthouse lawn. They also do this year is going to do a canine demo with their police dog, which is, they don't do that every year, so we're kind of excited for them to come back this year. They got the fire bus downtown. That's, you know, to help, you know, teach kids about, you know, prevention on fires and things like that. So just there again, it's kind of a draw for Thursday night, but yet a lot more adult things also. So it's definitely more of a family orientation also, Saturday afternoons.
So then that all leads us right up to the free dance. The free dance in capital letters at the Coliseum from 7 to midnight, figuring JJ Ace and then Standing Hampton behind them. So and that's Saturday. Now we're into Sunday, and Cindy, Sunday is, you know, it starts off with the pancake breakfast again, and then it keeps moving, keeps going.
We have food vendors, then we'll still have the carnival. Then we have the motorcycle show and rodeo, which has been enhanced in the last couple of years. Usually have a really good turnout, and they're going to have some good fun tricks this year.
I just happen to have one of these flyers, and there again, a lot of neat things start there. They got slow ice race, balloon games, roadkill safaris, bag toss, ski teams, strength, and different things like this involves motorcycles. You know, Marilee Weatherman, one of the chairs for this on that Sunday, which she wanted to come out and talk about it, but she couldn't get away today. So plus she didn't like the cameras, and I don't know why, but she didn't want to come out and do it. But there's a lot of fun things that go on that Sunday afternoon. Like I would say, sometimes people think once the parade is over, it's over, but it's not over until Sunday night.
And we have the barbecue and chili cook-off that day too.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, that's going to be there too.
Yeah, and that's going to be at where? What location?
The Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo
parking lot.
Parking lot. It's been there the last few years. Yep.
And just kind of some of those things that just keep on ticking and keep going. So
they're going to have public sampling around 2 o'clock for that. So.
Oh, and there again, that moves in early on Sunday morning. They got the cookers and everything going, so that's always kind of a neat thing. So as they say, the fun for the entire family on that Sunday of Oktoberfest, and then they do the burnout pit. Now I'm not quite sure. You're kind of a motorcycle gal. What happens on that? Do you know it, Cindy?
Don't they just? I think they just burn their tires, don't they? The back tire.
Yeah, I think they do a burnout. pit.
Yep.
I'll be honest.
I don't know exactly.
This
that's
year,
all I
this
know.
year is supposed to be bigger and better than last few years with that. That's a.
The
that's
three of us need to go to this. So
yeah.
we can,
It is
we
a
can see
real.
firsthand
I
what it
kind of was there last year, but all I remember is 1 or 2 of them just burning his tires really up in there.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We can report.
Yeah, but that's been a new event. Sunday, as years ago, was the go-karts. That was always a huge draw. Because of liabilities and a lot of things in life, it changed, and we haven't been able to have the go-karts for years. So this is a new event. The last few years, it's really, like I say,
it's really came off.
It's
pretty
really
good.
come off very well. It's gotten bigger every year, and we look
People
for
really
neat things. Yeah,
I mean,
it's just fun to watch. There's a lot of fun. They have a lot of fun out there, the motorcycles, and that's what makes it fun.
A fun weekend. I guess that's how you can kind of look at it right now and look into the distance and say we're going to have a fun weekend in Marshalltown. So I guess thanks to you guys for your involvement and staying involved in the community and working with the community to make things bigger and better. Like you said, Oktoberfest has been around a long time, and we hope through actions and reactions of you folks that it keeps going and it keeps getting bigger and better every year. So Cindy Bradeen, thank you very much for your involvement. Tom Wall, I want to thank you for all that you have done. I want to thank you for joining us as the kickoff show for the 2010 Discover Marshalltown Show is off and running. We hope to see you Oktoberfest 2010, Family Fall Festival, the best around, as this year the theme, Innovation at Work. For Tom and Cindy, I'm Denny Grabenbauer, your host. We'll see you at Oktoberfest, and we'll see you next time.